Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Flicks here. Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we have things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. Be sure to like this video, guys, because next episode we are actually going to be looking at one of my favorite duos of all time. And that is the Allen Iverson-Carmelo Anthony duo over on the Denver Nuggets. We're going to put them back on that team and see how those players do in the NBA today. This episode, guys, we are looking at... we gotta show some love to Toronto Raptors. I'm gonna admit, guys, they have not been getting a lot of love lately in the NBA, and they've been doing some really good things out there at the making of this video, of course. That could all change over time. But we're looking at Chris Bosh and how he would affect this team if he was on the team, of course, today. And honestly, guys, man, I wish Chris Bosh was on this team again because he is the perfect fit. Just looking at him on this team, guys, he is the perfect damn fit on this team. I also wish he had the dreadlocks going, but, 2K don't rock that way. You definitely can't, they don't let you edit players really all that much. But man, like back in the day, Chris Bosh on the Toronto Raptors, I just remember watching him play, guys, and he was such a good player, man. He was right up there, like superstar. I mean, he was just putting up great numbers. Didn't get a lot of recognition because he was on the Toronto Raptors and they were not that good at the time. But man, like this dude has some amazing post moves. This guy really developed his jump shot. Added the three ball to his game, in recent years with LeBron James and whatnot on the Miami Heat. And I really just think that he's the perfect fit. We got Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, who is, right up there, guys. Probably top 3, 4, probably top 3 best. Man, well, you got, I think the number 1 backcourt in the league is definitely Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Number 2, I guess you could put Kyle Lowry and DeRozan there. Maybe somebody else I'm not thinking of, maybe a John Wall, Bradley Beal combination. But I think these two guys alone are really doing some amazing things here in the NBA. And then DeMar Carroll, of course, has been injured all season, but, he's still a guy out there that's definitely going to battle and, play good defense, knock down three-point shots. Valanciunas, definitely an up-and-comer center in this league at the age of 23, 7-foot guy from Lithuania. Definitely adding, different arsenal of offensive moves to his game. But, man, Chris Bosh on this team would be the perfect fit. And, of course, I don't think he's ever going to go back to Toronto. I mean, I don't see that ever happening. But, man, it would be exciting as a Toronto Raptors fan if you are one, if he did. But let's go ahead, guys, simulate this season, see how they do out there with Chris Bosh on this team. I've not really paid too much attention to the Toronto Raptors in recent scenarios. I don't really know how they perform out there. So they could either do really good and win the championship, or maybe, 2K just isn't showing them any love, and they might end up losing every single game. I don't really know. I guess that's what we're going to simulate, right? So simulate through date. And another reason that Chris Bosh is such a good fan of that team is because you all know he does look like a dinosaur. He does look like a raptor.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
And, man, he could have just been the mascot of that team. Like the Toronto Raptors don't even need a mascot. If he was on the team, just show Chris Bosh, and that works, I mean, it's like Jurassic Park up in there. Y'all know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I'm happy to see the Toronto Raptors do good because, really, when you have teams that do bad for so long, and, those are the teams that once they start doing good, especially when my teams aren't doing good, I like to root for those underdog teams that really have improved on themselves. I mean, my Pistons are doing decent this year. After making this video, they're 8th in the Eastern Conference, so that's not all that good, especially, because the Eastern Conference is known as the weaker conference, although, this season it's actually been kind of a battle up there, and 1, 2, 3 wins or losses could really shift your playoff spot dramatically out there. So, I don't know, but I do think, in my opinion, while Tyronn Lue does have the Cleveland Cavaliers playing very good basketball, he's definitely got them running a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if the Toronto Raptors made it to the finals. I mean, I know a lot of people are probably like, a lot of people probably don't expect the Toronto Raptors to win a championship, of course. But you got your Miami Heat, and then I think the Toronto Raptors are definitely the next best team, if not the best, in the Eastern Conference. And I'm not saying they're way better than the Cavaliers. And even if the Cavaliers are better, I'm not saying the Cavaliers are way better either. I think they're kind of on an equal playing ground, where I would not be surprised if either one of those teams made it to the finals out there. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. But really, there's a lot of teams out east that can make it. It's going to be a great damn playoffs this year, guys. It's going to be a great damn playoffs. I have no idea who is going to make it to the finals. And at this point, who's even going to make the playoffs? And that makes for some great damn basketball. I'm really excited for it. I'm sure you guys are too. But looking at this simulation right here, we're currently 3rd in our conference, 1st in our division. So I expect the Cavaliers are probably number 1 overall. Now we're number 2. We're just kind of fluctuating back and forth here. I'm kind of curious who that 3rd team's going to be. It might be the maybe the Bulls. The Bulls tend to do pretty good on this game here, especially Jimmy Buckets. You know, he's been really playing some great basketball. I know what to make of this video. He's out for a month, which sucks if you're a Bulls fan. But, you know, he's going to come back strong and really do some good things out there. And this all looks the same. Yeah, these are pretty much always the same here. Any Raptors out here making up, do anything big out here? Not really. Only seen it. Okay, we got Kyle Lowry on the All-NBA third team. That's fine, I guess. Kyle Lowry, All-Defensive second team. That's also pretty good. But nothing else really going on there. So first seed. Wow, we actually got the fourth seed. Wow. So number 1 seed with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 2, Chicago Bulls. 3, Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics are a piece away from being a damn amazing team. I mean, they really need to do something because they get that one all-star player. I mean, I know Isaiah Thomas, I believe he's an all-star, but man, I think that one player out there, this team is going to be legit as heck, guys. So let's go ahead and check out the player stats here real quick. So Derozan actually led this team in scoring at about 23 points per game. You know, got some rebounds, got assists up there, play some great defense. Kyle Lowry also 2 steals a game, almost a block actually for the 6-foot guard out there. Scoring very well, almost 10 assists, so almost a double-double for him. But Chris Bosh, so this is the guy that we're looking at here, of course. You know, scored very nicely up there, about 16 points a game, 16, 17 points. Rebound, you know, Chris Bosh has never really been that much of a dominating rebounder. He's always been a consistent rebounder. You know, we get you 8, 9 a game, sometimes 10. But, you know, you don't really see him putting about 15 to 20 rebounds a game. I'm sure he has in his career before, but definitely not on a consistent basis. Also a few assists out there. Shooting-wise, though, you know, he shot 43, about 44% field goal. And 3-point game, about 35%. So that could definitely improve a little bit, I think. But, you know, on this scenario, he is 32 years of age now, so he's definitely on the wrong side of 30, but he's still got, he's got the type of game that's definitely going to translate into later age. His game's not really based off athleticism like a Blake Griffin, so, you know, he can sit out there until he's 40 years old and be popping them threes and popping the midi shots, so that's definitely good for him. But definitely a good fit on this team here. Let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs, see how the Toronto Raptors do. Simulate current round, do the first round first. I don't see where we're at. Okay, so I guess it don't matter. 2K does not care about the Toronto Raptors. Okay, like, really, man, like, this team is playing amazing basketball. We have the updated rosters. We had damn Chris Bosh to this team. We got him as a 4th seed losing the damn Milwaukee Bucks. I know it's a video game. I know it don't really matter all that much, but still, man. Those developers, they need to tinker with that code or something out there, man, because the damn Toronto Raptors should not be losing to a team that should not even be in the playoffs, the Milwaukee Bucks. If you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, I apologize. I do not like Greg Monroe. I do not like that man. I'm not a fan. That's why. Dude left the team, but I'm glad he did, because he's kind of a scrub anyway, man. He's not a winner, okay? But that's a whole different video. That's a whole different rant. Thank you all so much for watching. 0 to 100 real quick. Peace out, my friends.